Hello guys, Hasib here from What's Up Tech. So today we will be doing the unboxing video of a brand new Pixel 7 Pro. This is the latest and greatest device offered by the Google, and if you're someone who loved the stock Android experience, I think this is the go-to device. The device I'm holding is called Obsidian color. In simple English, it's a black color phone with a glossy back, and this is a 256 GB variant with 12 gigabytes of RAM. So without wasting any time guys, let's try to unbox the device. Let's try to open the box, and if I keep it aside, this is the phone itself. We will try to play around the phone in a second. We will see how the phone is. Yeah, the phone looks fantastic. It's a good looking phone. We'll come back to it in a minute. Meanwhile, if we look at the rest of the packaging, we have the Google documentation stuff, nothing special in it. It's a very small yet thick box, I would say, to be fair. And then we have the SIM ejector tool. I'll put this one on the side as well. And then we have the USB type C to C charging cable. Yeah, the quality of the cable looks fine as well. And Google also gives us the adapter for transferring the data. It's a USB type A to type C adapter. So yeah, this is the overall packaging, and let's focus back on the elephant in the room. So guys, I will quickly turn the device on. As the device is turning on, I will quickly walk you through the design. So the Pixel 7 Pro has glass on the front, as you know, it's a screen, glass on the back. They're using the Gorilla Glass Victus on the front and on the back as well, which is a good sign. It will be less, prone to the scratches. And on the side, they're using aluminum frame, and the same aluminum frame is used for the camera visor as well. So this time, Pixel 7 Pro is not coming up with glass visor, which was the case for last year's Pixel. It's coming with aluminum visor, and just to give you guys a heads up that this aluminum visor is getting scratches very quickly. I've seen a couple of people complaining about it, that as soon as they took it out of the box and they put it flat on the table or some rough surfaces, they already saw some of the scratches. So for that purposes guys, I will recommend you, as soon as you order Pixel 7 Pro, you should order a case for it. I did in my case as well. I already ordered a case from Amazon. I'll put this case at the end and show it to you guys, so that you guys can have a look at how it does look with the cases as well. So I can already tell you this color is a fingerprint magnet. It's attracting a lot of fingerprints. To keep this device clean will be a big challenge. You have to do a lot of effort to keep it clean. That's why I would recommend to put some skin or some case on it so that it doesn't look bad. And if you want to avoid the fingerprints, I would recommend you to go with maybe the white color. I don't know the Google's term for that. I call it silk white, something like that. So you can go with that color as well. It will attract less fingerprint. And beside that, there is one quick feedback I can give you, that there is an animation going on in the start screen. There is a bubble, coming down and up. It's bouncing. So as soon as it touches, the line, the vibrator motor is vibrating, and I can already tell you the haptic engine is really good quality. It's of a good quality because it gives a subtle feedback of something happening on the screen, and it's not crap, because this is one of the first thing which I look in any device. If a device have a crap vibrator motor, I just turn it off straight away. So I will turn this device on quickly. I'll skip through the steps which are very common, and I'll try to stop on some important steps. Okay guys, so while setting up the device, I thought to quickly show you the fingerprint setup, because last year Pixel 6 series was notorious for not having a good quality fingerprint, and also it was on a bit of slower side as well. So this year I'm expecting that Google has learned their lesson, and they have come with a fantastic fingerprint scanner as it's normal expectation from flagship devices. So I'll try to set up the fingerprint and let's see what happens. Okay, so yeah, I'm just again acknowledging the fact that the vibrator motor is pretty high quality. As soon as the fingerprint is getting registered, it's giving me a nice subtle feedback, which gives you a premium device feeling. So yeah, it's trying to register my fingerprint from all the angles. It's telling me you have to register different angles, and that is done, guys. It was pretty fast. There were no miss chances. As soon as I was putting my thumb, it was registering it properly. And this year Google has emphasized on the face unlock as well, so I'll try to set up the face unlock too. Let's hope it works pretty good as well. So yeah, look up, look down, and that's done. Yeah, it was pretty fast as well. It's not as secure to as Apple's face unlocking, but the feature is there. If you want to use combination of both, that's good, because if your device is lying flat on the table and you want to unlock it, you can use fingerprint. Else, if you are picking it up in your hand, your face unlock will already unlock the device for you. So yeah, that's it, guys. The phone is setting up. It will take a few minutes, and as soon as that will be done, we will be inside our main screen. So it's asking me to learn the gestures. I'm already very used to the gesture navigation. So that's it, guys. That's our Google Pixel 7 Pro. Yeah, it came up with as minimal apps as possible, no bloatwares, and I can already tell you that 120 Hz display is on. Guys, believe me, once you start using 120 Hz display, I know it's already there in a lot of flagship devices. Even a lot of mediocre devices are using 120 Hz as well, so I can already tell you it's already on. Okay, let's quickly talk about the specs of the screen. So the screen is 6.7 inch, and the display is, as already mentioned, it's a LTPO display which can go up to 120 Hz and down to 10 Hz depending upon the situation. It automatically changes the refresh rate, and it supports the HDR10 plus content, and the resolution is 3120 by 1440p. It's a quad HD plus display, and also the screen brightness is that manually, if I increase the brightness, it can go up to 1000 nits, and automatically it can go up till 1500 nits, which is a very good sign that on the daylight you will not have any issue while using the device. So these are some of the key specs of the screen, and again, the refresh rate is evident of that. It's a great display, and I know that in the modern smartphones, all of the screens are coming from Samsung, as it's an AMOLED display, so no complaint about that part as well. And if I quickly go inside the display, inside the settings and then display, I can see that smooth display is already enabled. I was already mentioning that 120 was on, and if I turn it off, it goes to 60 Hz and you can already see there is glitches in the scrolling. The scroll seems a bit less smooth. It's not buttery smooth experience, and as soon as you turn it on, you will realize that it's a buttery smooth experience. Again, guys, once you start using 120 Hz, you cannot go back to 60 Hz, and there is no in-between option. Like, you cannot go to the 90 Hz. It gives you option either to select with 60 Hz or 120 Hz. So yeah, that's what Google has decided to go with. And if I quickly change the wallpaper, inside the wallpaper, Google has stock wallpapers available. So there is like feather options and some of the living things, and inside from the feathers I can select a bright wallpaper. So if I change it, you can see the wallpaper has been updated. And one other thing which I want to mention quickly to you guys is it's called themed icon. It's in beta, so if I enable themed icon, it changes the icon's layout as per my wallpaper. So just to give you evidence, guys, if I change my wallpaper to something else, for example, if I go with this green one and I apply it, you will see that the wallpaper color, my icon's color has been matched with whatever has been provided. So yeah, it's a good option. It's still in the beta. I think Google is still working on it. They might improve it for some other stuff as well. And to quickly check the fingerprint, if I lock my device and okay, so if I lock my device again, okay, there is no recognition for the fingerprint. I think you have to tap the device to wake it up. The fingerprint is not on. If I compare it with my Nothing phone, so as soon as I lock my phone, I can see there is a circle which is telling me to put my fingerprint there. So I cannot see anything there, and if I touch that circle, it unlocks my phone. That is not the case with Pixel. You have to kind of like wake up display and touch to unlock your device. And if you notice on top, guys, the camera as soon as I open device, you know, the camera is getting highlighted. That's telling that it's trying to use the face unlock. So if I'm trying to open my device with my face unlock, boom, it's already unlocked. It's very fast. Yeah, as soon as I'll try to show it to you guys again, unlock, and it's unlocked. So yeah, it's a good combination if you want to use both of the combination. You want to use fingerprint and face unlock as well. The subtle animation is something which I appreciate too. And talking about display options, if I go inside settings and go to display, and if I go to lock screen, there is something called always show time and info. And I'm surprised that Google is calling always on display always show time and info. So if I turn it on and go back to my home screen and I lock my phone, now my fingerprint unlock sign is there. I know it's not very visible. I will try to get my microfiber to clean it up so that you guys can see at least this sign. It's a very subtle sign, and if I tap here, my phone is getting unlocked. So if you want to see that animation all the time, you have to turn it on. But bear it guys that it will come at the cost of some of the battery percentage. So that's about the always on display. And if I put my focus a bit on the camera, so this time Google came up with 3 camera setup. Okay, so the primary lens is 50 megapixel. Then the secondary lens, which is ultra wide, it's a 12 megapixel lens. And then we have 48 megapixel telephoto lens. With this lens you can do 5x optical zoom and 30x digital zoom. So this time Google has focused a lot on the zoom capabilities of the phone, of the device, and I'm expecting that Google will do great job when it comes to zoom. As you know, Google is more reliant on the software side of improvements as compared to the hardware side, so I'm expecting it to do great with combination of this hardware capability and software capability. If I quickly open up the camera app, I will give all the permissions. Okay, I'll say done. There are multiple options. You can select night side. This is a very famous night side mode in Google camera. You can go for the night side, then you can go for the motion. Inside the motion you can select how much, what type of motion you want with your phone. Then you have the portrait option. Portrait is very famous. You put your object, you try to capture an image, and your background of the image will be blurred. Okay, whatever is in the background focuses on. The images are looking crisp, it's looking great. I'm really happy, and it doesn't come to a surprise to me that Google Pixel is always a great camera phone. Then we have the normal camera. One of the things which I really liked in normal camera is that you can change the color temperature of your photo, so you can make it a bit more warmer, and you can make it a bit more cooler. So if, for example, if I put a prop in front of me and I try to make it a bit more warmer, it goes like yellowish, and if I make it more cooler, it becomes like bluish. And I can lock the temperature here, and as soon as I'm using the camera app, it will lock that color temperature for me. So it's pretty nice UI element which is available there. I haven't seen it in a lot of phones, so you don't have to go inside the setting menus to find it. You can just directly come here, lock the temperature of your phone, your images, and it will keep there for a longer time. You can do the same in the videos as well. In the video you can change the color temperature, and all of the video will be shot with the temperature you are setting on. Then we have cinematic mode. This is Google's answer to Apple's cinematic mode. So Apple has already launched cinematic mode for a couple of years. So this time Google came up with cinematic blur, and I'll be testing these features along with iPhone 14 Pro Max. So we'll do some camera comparison tests. So don't forget to subscribe to the channel for all those goodies. And then inside the modes we have panorama, photosphere, and lens options. So yeah, that's about the camera. I'm really excited to test the camera, and I'm hoping that Google will do wonders when it comes to the camera mod. Talking about some of the key specs, so Google has put Tensor G2 chipset this year as compared to Tensor chipset last year, and it is said that they have improved dramatically. Some of the performance has been improved, and last year Tensor was really bad with power optimization. It was juicing up, taking a lot of juice out from the phone's battery. This year we are expecting that the performance of the phone will be better, but not at the cost of the battery. So we're expecting better results from the battery side. And the RAM is 12 GB. This model is 256 GB variant. You can buy it for 128 GB, 256 GB, or 512 GB. Definitely each one will cost you differently. This one is pricing around £959 in the UK, which is £100 more than the 128 GB. And the storage is 3.1 UFS 3.1, so we can expect a fast storage, fast read and write speed. So I'm expecting no crazy slowness in the phone. I'm expecting it to do wonders in the context of performance. My expectation are it will walk through all of the heavy tasks as soon as the light task as well. But again, we will do the detailed review and some other phones performance testing with this device as well. So that's it for today's unboxing and initial impression video, guys. But I'm not forgetting the promise I've made with you guys, that is regarding the case. So I have ordered this case from Amazon. It's called a Ring Fusion case for Google 7 Pro. I will try to open the case in front of you guys and we will see how the case looks like. I'm putting my phone with very care on this table because I'm afraid that the visor will get scratched. So okay, it's nice packaging. They've put the case in nice package. There are some of the offers if you want to buy more from them. I'll put this packaging on side. So it's a transparent case. It's a TPU material, and there is some stickering on the back. So if I take it off from the outside, and there is some stickering from the inside as well, I'll take it off as well, and I'll slap it on the back of the device and see if the visor is getting protected or not. Yeah, nicely fit in, and yeah, it looks good. So the visor is getting protected. It has a special cover around the visor, and then there is cutout for the camera and flashlight as well. And if I put it on the surface, now my heart is not breaking. So I'm not worried about my visor getting scratched. And I really like it has the front is as a lip up as well, so there is lip around your screen. So even if I put it face down, I'm not worried that my phone is getting scratched. So yeah, it's a fine quality, nothing amazing. And the cost of this protector was around £8 if I'm not wrong. So I'll put the link for this case if you want to buy it down the like button in the description of this video as well. So that's it for today's video, guys. I'll wrap off my video here, and don't forget to like the video and subscribe the channel. I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.